Describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind about your mother.
My mother?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about my mother.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Have you ever been in an institution? Cells.
Cells.
Do they keep you in a cell? Cells.
Cells.
When you're not performing your duties, do they keep you in a little box? Cells.
This causes it. This causes it. This causes it. Information overload. All the electronics around you poisoning the airwaves.
You are listening to the High Tech Low Life Podcast, a cyberpunk media retrospective. High Tech Low Life contains language and themes not suitable for all audiences, as well as spoilers for the content being covered. Listener discretion is advised.
It's the High Tech Low Life Podcast, talking cyberpunk until the androids dream of electric sheep. With your hosts Eric and Josh. I'm Eric.
I'm Josh.
You didn't like that one?
I don't think I like that one very much.
I'm just trying new stuff.
I get it. And, they're not always going to be winners.
That's true. That's true. Throw that one on the fire. All right. Well, we're here. Part 2 of that book that you love and that I definitely know the title of. It's called... It's
by Simon Morden.
I know that. I never forget that. And I wrote the title of the book 1,500 times, putting out last week's episode.
Begins with an E.
Equations of Life.
Yes. Good job.
It is those words together don't exist to my brain, and I cannot figure out why.
Yeah. There's things like that. I mean, yeah.
Maybe if maybe that means something in physics or something. It means nothing to my life.
As far as I am aware, it does not mean anything other than, they do equations in the book.
Yeah, they do some of those.
I mean, as far as I know, it has no other meaning. Maybe we should have asked Geoff back for consultation on that. But yeah, I get it. Sometimes things just don't stick.
Yeah, they don't exist. Anyway, this is part 2. This is a fresh intro, in case you hadn't realized that. Geoff isn't here, but you're about to hear him again. Don't worry. For those of you that tune in this podcast just for him, I don't blame you. He's very smart and funny. And we are not.
True.
But first, we're gonna talk about, the things we always talk about at the beginning of a High Tech Low Life episode, the things that half of our listeners hate and the other half seem to enjoy.
All right. Wait, are we going to talk about politics on a cyberpunk podcast? Huh.
I know, it's groundbreaking.
Yeah,
it is
never thought to connect those two topics before.
Yeah, we feel the world is mirroring the dystopias that we read and watch on TV, and so we think it's nice to shine a light on that and maybe help nudge people into the status of being wary, as many of these authors and creators were, kind of intending to do. Not as like a blueprint of what to do, as many of our tech oligarchs seem to have misinterpreted.
What you're saying is that the Torment Nexus is not a goal.
No.
From the author's perspective.
No, I don't believe so. I don't know. Maybe there's an author out there that thought it was.
Probably nobody that we're going to cover.
Yeah, I think we should avoid those.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk news. It's Easter right now as we were recording this, Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to you, Josh.
Yeah, and I would like to say, welcome to the resistance, Donald J. Trump. He said, praise be to Allah.
Well,
so
that's actually...
He has apparently changed sides.
I pulled that truth up because I wanted to read it, because it is unhinged.
Unhinged is exactly...
the most unhinged thing. I don't know how this guy is not being removed from power.
My my thought directly related to that Truth Social post.
Should I read it first? I actually have it.
Yeah, please do it. I also pulled it up because I knew I knew there was no way we were going to get away from that fucker.
I am not going to do a Trump impression. I think the whole Trump impression thing is played out, and I don't want to hear it anymore, frankly. He says Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran, or I'm sure he would say Iran. There will be nothing like it! 3 exclamation points. Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump.
It's like one of those perfect Onion things where it's the guy on the street and just 2 lines of the most unhinged bullshit you've ever seen in your life. And it's a perfect example of that. Like, okay, everything else would be like, yeah, this guy's an insane idiot, big deal. But praise be to Allah in the last line is fucking chef's kiss satire somehow.
I don't even. On Easter Sunday. Don't forget, this is on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, I woke up to this.
It's and we're laughing because we're terribly scared for everybody.
Yeah, the thing that I most note about that tweet is that he is not a guy who does well with, things like punctuation and grammar, and
none of them are.
The use of the apostrophe at the end of fucking, because it's not fucking, it's fucking.
Open the fucking straight, bruh.
That does not read as Donald Trump to me at all.
No,
like
it doesn't.
This feels that the fact that is in there makes me assume, Donald Trump had nothing to do with this tweet.
Plus, he didn't say thank you for your attention to this matter, which is like his classic catchphrase.
Well, he's switched over to praise be to Allah.
Which you got to change up your email signature every once in a while.
Yeah. Wait, do you? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that Megadeth quote from 1997 should probably be updated at some point. I don't know what to say. The sad thing is there'll probably be an even more unhinged tweet that comes out before this airs because it's 3 days out from this actually being heard. So who knows, man? We are living in a fucking crazy, stupid time.
Just a few minutes ago, and I have not investigated its veracity, I saw apparently he posted something saying basically just 8 p.m. Tuesday.
Nice of him to warn them, I guess. This will air after that, so I guess, listener, you'll know what happened on 8 p.m. Tuesday.
Yeah, and God knows what that could be. It could be another rambling, idiotic speech, or it could be, that's when we're dropping the nukes.
Yeah.
There's no way to know.
It could be, we did it. They agreed to everything. And followed by an Iranian tweet saying, we agreed to nothing. But it won't matter. He'll say what he'll say. Or, you're right. It could be nuclear firestorm and the end of life on Earth. It's cool.
Yeah, it's great times. And I absolutely love the fact that we've spent billions of dollars on missiles, killed, I'm sure at this point, well north of at least 1,000 civilians, just mass amounts of human suffering. And now our goal in the war is to get to where it was before we started the war by opening the Strait of Hormuz. All of our goals at this point are simply undoing things from the past month.
Yeah. If they would put Obama's nuclear deal on the table and let Trump sign it, he would be so happy to sign that. And even if it was the exact same thing that he dismantled, it's farcical. It's like a Dr. Strangelove movie. of the many Doctor Strangelove movies. It's like the movie Doctor Strangelove.
Yes. Wait, are we not counting the sequels as a big thing? I really like Doctor Strangelove Endgame. And I'm looking forward to Doctor Strangelove Doomsday.
The Doctor Strangelove cinematic universe did have its ups and downs.
It did,
Doctor, I can't remember some of the bad Marvel movies. They're so easily forgotten.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with
Strangelove Quantum of Solace. No, I'm combining universes now. Never mind. This bit has gone too far.
Doctor Strangelove, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. Yeah. Oh man, we should be in Hollywood.
Charlize Theron steps out at the end and a third eye opens on Peter Sellers' forehead.
Oh damn, that'd be good. I don't remember what we're talking about, but it is. Oh yeah, how reality is more ridiculous than a Kubrick film. That's Kubrick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can name 3 Coen Brothers movies and 2 Kubrick movies.
All right. What's the other one?
Which is AI.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry, you missed on that one.
Oh, damn it. I also wanted to, we have a new ally in the fight, as you might know, speaking of Easter and Christianity and the Lord. Mm-hmm. Pope Leo has been tweeting like a black metal album lyrics recently.
Yeah, he is like, I am hesitant to glaze a pope just absolutely. In general. But man, this guy is fucking all killer, no filler. I mean, hitting fucking home runs.
I've got his latest one pulled up. I don't have the one he said about JD Vance, which was great. But his newest one is, death is always lurking. We see it in violence, in the wounds of the world, in the cry of pain that rises from every corner because of the abuses that crush the weakest among us, because of the idolatry of profit that plunders the earth's resources, because of the violence of war that kills and destroys. #Easter.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fucking out there murdering it. One of the I can't remember the guy's names. One of the American cardinals put out a release today basically saying that war is bad. Roman Catholic servicemen, Navy, Army, whatever, if you are given illegal orders or are ordered to do war crimes, you must resist. Wow. Which is that's a big fucking move.
Yeah, everybody always talk about the dual loyalty thing. Uh-huh. That's testing the bounds of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and and it's following up on the heels of on Good Friday there was a no Catholics allowed Christian service at the Pentagon.
I don't know how true this is, but I saw I think it was an Instagram reel or something about how most of the Supreme Court is Catholic.
Yeah, 6 out of 9. Yeah.
Yeah, and how there might be a rift forming in the right between the Catholics and the evangelicals, who traditionally haven't been biggest fans of each other.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, especially when you consider that some of the major figures in the in the Trump administration are Catholics, but they're Catholic converts who are a substantially different type of people than just Catholics. Like, I mean, JD Vance primarily, like that guy, as far as I can tell, he has no interest in being actually Catholic. He just likes the idea of, hey, there's this church with all this hierarchy.
Yeah.
But he is theoretically a Catholic convert. So, I mean, of course, he doesn't actually believe anything at all or in anything.
Right. He just uses it. Yeah.
It doesn't actually matter, but
I think some of these Supreme Court judges, it does matter.
Oh, yeah. Alito is
Coney Barrett,
irritatingly Catholic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fun.
It's interesting.
Like, really, I would have bet, like, I'd have put money 30 years ago on, we're pretty much past the Catholic Protestant thing in the U.S., except in very minor and specific, versions. Nah.
Well, one of them started a self-proclaimed holy war.
Yeah.
Speaking of Megadeth, I have one more thing I want to talk about in Dystopia Talk, and this just came to mind, but it's kind of been in the news the last week, and that is Iran has been releasing these AI-generated propaganda videos set to a pretty fire rap song that is probably also AI-generated.
Probably.
But I want to give a warning, and I want everybody who's reposting these things and talking about how hilarious they are to remember that you are not immune to propaganda, and this is propaganda from bad people as well, even if it's dunking on equally bad or worse people that you hate. Please don't forget that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's important to keep in mind.
Because it just makes me nervous when I see it posted everywhere.
Yeah.
We could all fall victim to this shit.
It trips that same thing in my mind as, like, when I am angry or want to insult somebody, I tend to go pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And
recovered.
And my initial instinct is to go for the thing that will make them feel the worst and hurt them the most.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, I usually, especially the past, I don't know, probably 10, 15 years, like, I try to take a second and consider it, because a lot of times what's going to hurt some of these worst, like say Pete Hegseth, like, insulting his sexuality would be the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, he would hate that.
On the other hand, I do not want my homosexual friends or, anybody else to feel bad and caught up in that. So it sort of hits the same thing. Like, it's vaguely funny, these propaganda videos, but you absolutely do not have to hand it to them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I wouldn't even spread it around. Like, they're going to spread it around themselves just fine.
Yeah.
Save that retweet.
Yeah, now the picture of the drone. Now the picture I saw of the drone with the Tupac sticker stuck on it was pretty cool.
I mean, they've been ready for this. Like, they know that nobody in America wants. Like, they're not idiots.
No, and it's also like, at the very least, it is. If we were, this is obviously just a, what are we just calling it a military action at this point? Police action? I don't know, whatever.
Depends.
Obviously the president's calling it a war, but it's not a war. That's totally separate.
Because it'd be illegal to call it a war, but it is a war. But it's not a war, but it is.
If we were to spin up and do full, war,
which we might have, by the time this drops.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
or maybe this never drops because the world is consumed in nuclear fire.
Yeah, we are drastically ill-equipped to do the kind of war necessary to achieve whatever nebulous goals we could potentially have. I mean, although, to be fair, I cannot imagine what those goals might be.
Apparently it's opening the Strait of Hormuz that was open a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And fine.
Good times.
Well, okay. We talked about the war. We've been ignoring it for a couple weeks, but there you go.
Oh, Pam Bondi's out too.
Pam Bondi's out. That was pretty hilarious. Kristi Noem's husband had his kinks unveiled.
Yeah, that was I thought about going down that path in my like, trying not to hurt unaffiliated people's feelings thing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, on the one hand, sure, it's pretty funny. On the other hand, you shouldn't call him slurs, because slurs are just generally not good.
Yeah. Because, yeah, whatever. I mean, I don't. There's plenty to hate Kristi Noem about, and that doesn't even fucking register on
Yeah.
So, what a week, man. What a week.
What a world. What a world.
Let's do some quick recommendos and then kick it over to us from a week ago, who were just having a great time talking about Equations of Life by Simon Morden.
Okay.
I got one. I just finished it actually before we started recording. It is a YouTube video. It is Baseball Doesn't Exist's 2.5 hour epic on the steroid era of baseball.
I saw you posted this, and I think I added it to my watch later. But
you gotta kind of enjoy the way Baseball Doesn't Exist presents their info, but they do put out some good info and entertaining videos. And this one might be a little long in the tooth. Like, they get into a little of the history of drugs in the sport, which maybe isn't quite as necessary. But once they do start talking about the shit that was going from like 1993 to 2005, what a time, man. What a time it was.
Yeah, it was certainly a time.
What a legend Jose Canseco is.
He is definitely he is the Wade Boggs of consuming steroids.
Yeah. The steroids, beer to steroid. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, the beer to steroids conversion.
Yeah, that's one of my recommendations. Good time. Do you have anything?
Sorta. One real quick thing. I saw the most recent Avatar film. Avatar, Fire and Ash, or more like Avatar, Fart and Ass.
You came up with that yourself, didn't you?
I actually did. It was 10 minutes ago.
I'm sure nobody else has said it.
No, absolutely not. It has to be a 1000% new to the world thought.
Mm-hmm. Didn't like it?
No, it was worse than the other two by a good margin. And I don't know, man. It's fucking cartoons, and I like some cartoons. I don't know why these don't compete as animated features in the Oscars.
Right.
Like,
they should.
I mean, because there's nothing in it that's a picture of a human person.
Really?
Yeah.
There's no human actors in it now?
Oh, I mean, there are human characters, but they're all like basically rotoscoped. I mean, it's, I don't fucking get it. And like
I know it's the wasted potential, right?
Yeah. Like I said on the Discord, I mean, it's clearly stupid to second guess fucking Big Jim Cameron. The guy has turned out to be right to unimaginable success over and over again. But fuck, dude, like the first one came out in what, 2005? Something like that.
Yeah.
And he's made 2 more of these things that take absolutely forever. Like, in the time period between the first Avatar and the second one, I think, let's see. So the second one came out in 2021, I think 2021. So that was like a 16-year gap. Do you know how many movies he made in the first 16 years of his career? Like, that takes you up through True Fucking Lies, for God's sake.
Yeah.
That's 2 Terminator movies, Aliens, True Lies. I mean, like, it's just a fucking bummer. Like, I don't know, they're blue fucking cat people. They run around. Great.
I think of someone like Denis Villeneuve, who's done Dune for like the last 6 years of his life.
Yeah.
And hear interviews with him, and he's like, he's done with it. Like,
yeah.
Of course he is. I'm almost done with it. Like, I'm kind of glad he's not doing anymore. Even though I love it. But imagine that was 20 years.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
like, it was
exactly
kind of bad,
like
kind of boring.
Like, I don't know, to some extent, I kind of understand the fondness for the first Avatar movie. I didn't like it very much. I went and rewatched it like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whenever the sequel to it came out. And I was like, yeah, still doesn't work for me, but whatever. I kind of understand at some level the fondness for it. Like, well, I mean, this is kind of a big technological achievement. Like, just the stuff they're doing is, stuff that would have been impossible 2 years beforehand. So that's impressive. I don't like it, but it's impressive. And at this point, it's not doing anything new or fresh. It's just stuff.
I haven't watched any of them, so I can't really. I watched the first one, but beyond that, I haven't watched any of them, so I can't talk. But it seems like more of the same, only a little shinier and a little smoother.
In the second one, there was a little bit of vaguely interesting filmmaking going on because it was The Way of Water. That was the name of it. Because it had this water shit, and I guess the frame rate changed when it went and did underwater stuff. I'm like,
cool.
Okay, that's an interesting way to use a filming technique. I mean, still it's not a movie to my taste, but dude, 16 fucking years? What are we even doing here, man?
I don't know. I just keep thinking of what else he could have made if he wasn't hyper focused on this stuff.
I mean, for shit's sake, we can't even get a fucking good Blu-ray of Strange Days.
Right?
I mean, I don't know, spend 5 minutes of one of your years of production on one of these, having a meeting with Vinegar Syndrome or something. It's and again, it's, you'll almost always go broke second guessing Big Jim, but if anybody was going to come up
man, we've talked about it
with an effective Terminator 3, it would be him.
Yeah, it would. And why isn't he hyper focused on the Terminator franchise, which through nearly a dozen failed attempts now, I'm still interested in that world. Yeah. And through several, I guess, quote, successful attempts to Avatar, I don't have the slightest interest in.
Yeah, it's absolutely fucking weird.
We have talked about directors losing it. Yeah, and obviously he hasn't lost the technical ability, but he might have lost the creative spark.
I guess that's probably it. And I don't know. He's just, and it helps that he is just such a weird fucking guy where he's like, yeah, I spent $4 billion building a submarine to go to the bottom of the ocean, because he's got other shit going on. But man, if he's only going to make fucking movies in 20 years, why are two of them sequels? And the Way of Water and Fire and Ash are almost the exact same movie. I think based on my vibes, I think this was one movie that that was going to be 4 hours long. And he was like, nah, what if I add a bunch of shit and make 2 3-hour long movies? I don't know. It's because they end at effectively the exact same dramatic place. It's very strange.
Well, unrecommendo.
Yeah.
I watched a movie last night that you recommended. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because we're pretty much at the end of what we need to have here. But I watched finally Send Help, which
nice.
is Sam Raimi. Pretty fucking not what I expected. I expected an island horror movie, which it kind of was, but it also wasn't really. So,
but it had hog puke.
It had a lot. It had some Raiminess to it for sure.
I just so man, Sam Raimi is so fucking good because you get caught up in the Sam Raimi of the Evil Deads and stuff like that, but you do forget that he's also just a good director. He can do totally normal shit very well. And then he just jump scares.
He reminds you.
He's like, oh, you forgot you were watching my movie? Fuck you, clown.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to spoil it, but There's one particular dream sequence scene which, like, holy shit, that's Evil Dead.
Yeah, it 100% was. I very much enjoyed that, and I don't think that movie did great, but I think it did pretty well box office wise. So I hope it has.
It was at the theater for a very long time, which I think is a good sign.
I hope it has reignited, because he's been producing stuff for the past, 15 years, like a ton. But I hope it's reignited his want to do theatrical films and given him the ability to get money for it.
Yeah, I would love to see more.
Yeah, I guess the whole impetus of that was Rachel McAdams was on that Doctor Strange fucking Mouth of Madness.
No.
What the Doctor Strange sequel he directed, which had Doctor Strange as a zombie.
I didn't see any of them, but I believe you.
That one, I honestly kind of recommend that because it's one of those things where, Sam Raimi is competently directing Marvel slop, just kind of like, oh, there's a bunch of CG and fucking English guy, fucking Cumberbund Bandersnatch. Benedict Cumberbatch is like doing his hand twirly things and doing magic. And it's like, this is all very competent and normal. And then suddenly there will be a geyser of blood and fucking an army of the dead rises from the ground. And you're like, oh yeah, Sam Raimi's doing this. But
I just feel like I've only got so much mental capacity for Marvel stuff. Mm-hmm. And this Doctor Strange part of the MCU seemed like too much for me to add to it.
I can totally see that. I think you would be totally fine if you had a chance, if you had some time and it was sitting there, like it doesn't, like the first Doctor Strange movie doesn't fucking matter. I mean, honestly, none of them do. All you need to know is introduced in the first 10 minutes. And you get to see a bunch of dumb Sam Raimi bullshit.
All right.
But anyway, Rachel McAdams was on that movie for like a completely thankless 3 lines, hi, I'm Doctor Strange's old girlfriend scenario. And apparently while they were, shooting her 3 scenes, 2 of which got cut, he was like, I think you would be really good in one of my movies. And she was like, I would love to be in a Sam Raimi movie.
That's awesome. She was so good.
Yeah, she is very fun.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's going to do it, I think, unless you have anything else you want to say before we go. But we're about to hit the time limit. So
I think
thanks for hanging out and listening to us talk about the craziness of our world and some movies we've seen. But now we've got to kick you over to part 2 of Equations of Life.
Yeah, and just remember, praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah. Have a thank you for your attention to What's Matter. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, so it turns out he has already changed his life. His name is not actually Samuel Petrovich. He is actually 3 years younger than he's supposed to be. And, he has already escaped from one life and he's made some plans and, has some ideas of how to escape from another one. He is going to die tomorrow midday and his body will be cremated. There won't be a lot of news. On the other hand, somebody's going to be on a plane to Wellington. Start fresh.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, and Wellington, probably a good place to go.
Who doesn't dream of going to Wellington?
Yeah, who doesn't?
I guess Peter Jackson, because he's there.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know
he's
where
there
Wellington
already.
is.
Yeah, New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The dream of the hobbits is alive in Wellington.
Sure.
No, it's honestly like really, if you want to, and this has already gotten out to all the billionaires. If you want to survive a potential nuclear apocalypse, Wellington is a great place to do it.
Yeah, they're all moving to New Zealand.
Yeah, there's no real reason for major powers to target New Zealand. You're in the
there's
southern
now. There's a
hemisphere.
bunch of billionaires there.
I would
They were
agree.
self-fulfilling prophecy.
I would agree. I don't know about the Soviet Union and I don't know about Russia and the U.S.
Yeah.
It's also just kind of harder to get ballistic missiles down there. That's not kind of the way we're oriented. Anyway, read Nuclear War, a Scenario.
Yeah. From a little light
the
Sunday
band, the
reading.
show, the movie.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So he goes ahead and starts disappearing. He goes up through one of the giant container piles that we've seen previously, because again, this is post-apocalypse London, and a lot of people live in basically big piles of cargo containers.
It's better than shacks made of plywood.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's, yeah. Yeah. I mean, how would Bad Boys 2 finale even occur? You can't drive a Humvee through dozens and dozens of cargo
Humvee
containers.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominic Toretto could do it.
Dominic Toretto could. Yeah. So he goes into container pile, finds basically what amounts to his storage compartment, where, what was the fucking code to get in? It was something dumb and obvious.
I don't remember.
Oh. Yeah, not important. He gets into this container, and there's just a trunk in there with, a fresh laptop that's never been turned on, and
It's his go bag.
yeah, it's basically his go trunk. Couple of pictures of the old him, and he starts booking, he books his flights and sets everything up so he'll.
This is a great montage for the movie you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good bit.
You can see the green ones and zeros flying through the ether.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he goes ahead and falls asleep, because tomorrow, in 12 or 16 hours, he's going to be on a fucking plane and done with this shit. Wakes up the next day, and all of his services are DDoSed.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's all fucked in terms of his places on the web, like where he booked the tickets through and his private server and stuff.
But notably, everywhere else running just fine.
Yes.
So it's very clear to him that this is focused on him.
Yeah. And he does not know why. He contacts Piff through the fucking copper phone lines that they weirdly have in their offices at the university, which this had me thinking about, like, I don't think I know anyone who actually has, like, regular old, twisted pair phone anymore. I think literally everybody I know, if they have a house phone, is VoIP at this point.
Yeah.
I can tell you houses still have them. I rip them out of every house I'm in. Anyway, pressing the fuck on. Okay, so he contacts Piff, and yeah, she verifies that, you didn't make a time machine, but we certainly got the first steps to a time machine theory. That paper you worked on yesterday makes all the math work, and I think we're done here. We got the theory of everything.
Yeah. All that remains is to dot the I's and cross the T's.
Yeah. What about the lowercase j's? Do we doubt those?
And
Only if you're Russian.
Okay.
And he's like, well, that's great, but I'm about to die. So, cool.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'll be dead.
Yeah. And Piff says, hey, wait. And he had wanted her to get his, effectively the phone he never uses out of a drawer, and check something for him. And she says, oh, shit, you've got some video messages on here. And they're from Sonia. And she says that her dad is dead and she has been kidnapped. And then there's another video that shows the head bodyguard, Hijo, kicking the door in and like tackling her. And apparently he goes ahead and contacts Hijo, and Hijo says, yeah, I know you don't want to be involved, but the thing is, you're a loose end.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. You're involved, and we got to kill you.
Yeah. Whoops.
Nothing personal.
Sorry, kid. Nothing personal.
Yeah. So he's going to go to the lab, and DI Chain's outside his building, so that's cool and normal.
Chain's always...
Chain is always lurking just out of view to be annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
More like Ball and Chain, am I right?
Bitches.
Also, we forgot to mention that Chain did find his computer, and then it was confiscated into evidence, and then stolen out of evidence.
Yes, the rat.
His rat.
Yeah.
So the saga of the rat continues behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's in the background this whole time. And on the way to the lab, because he needs to get there, with Chain, we see a parade of ghost cars.
Oh, yeah, this was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool bit of business. All these new self-driving cars just driving down the street with a bunch of passengers screaming inside them. What is that?
What's that movie that I think stars Emilio Estevez where all the machines
Maximum
come alive?
Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive. Are we going to have to cover that?
The only film directed by Stephen King and cocaine. They have
a lot of books written by Stephen King and cocaine.
Yeah.
And honestly, cocaine should be the lead author on that one.
Yeah, it should.
Anyway.
Yeah. It is a cool scene.
Yeah. He ends up breaking a lady out of her car.
Yeah.
By shooting the computer, basically.
Yeah, where the transponder is. Because, he also... At this point, he's figured out, I've been bugged a few times, so he has gotten a bug sweeper pen, basically.
Smart.
And figures out where the antenna is effectively and shoots that, and then the car stops going and break a lady out. And then Chain splits off to, deal with this parade of cars being driven. And Sam hits the fucking church. Bum, bum, bum. And...
he needs protection, man.
He needs fucking protection, and who better to protect him than a fucking nun I want to step on my neck.
Sister Maddie.
Yeah, nun with a gun. God, what a sentence.
Pretty sure it's a movie.
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
It honestly might be one of the...
It's a video game.
Oh, okay. I was going to say it might be one of the trailers on the Planet Terror... Grindhouse, the Robert Rodriguez. Right. Yeah.
It is a video game on Steam right now. Run and gun SHMUP action across arcade and story modes.
What is SMHUP?
I don't know. It looks like
Smash
Galaga, those old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, smash them up. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway.
All right. Yeah. So he gets Sister Madeline to go with him. And they go and meet Chain and Piff at the university. And Chain says, I'd love to help with this whole Sonia being kidnapped and her dad's dead thing, but I don't. We don't have the resources, and I don't care. Glad her dad's dead.
It's not really my problem.
Yeah, not my shit right now.
Just try not to get killed by either of the two remaining criminal
factions that want you dead.
Yeah.
And hey, we're about to have another faction enter.
Yeah.
So the phones ring. The phones in the office ring. It is picked up, and we find out that the bullet train will run again in Japanese.
Okay, yeah.
And it echoes a statement that Oshikura made to Sam, 10 chapters ago, something like that.
Fucking loves trains, this guy.
This fucking guy loves trains, and honestly,
I mean, bullet train's pretty cool.
Bullet train's pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah, they're cool.
But it turns out that this is a nice little shibboleth for loyalists to Oshikura to identify themselves to each other.
Or so we think. This is the point at which Sam starts losing track of what kind of novel he's in.
It's true.
He is pretty sure up until now that he is in a crime novel. He has done his last job and he is escaping by the skin of his teeth. He then immediately determines, oh, wait, I'm still in the middle of a crime novel between, X number of factions, and I'm just trying to scrape my way out of the center. Okay, fine. That's not accurate. So yeah, he thinks that this is Oshikora loyalists who are going to try and help him save Sonya because she's, Oshikora's daughter. And
at this point, he's already talked to Hijo and said, I'm going to save Sonya just to piss you off.
Yeah.
He said that when they talked,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Which, his whole motivation for saving Sonya, other than I think he, like I said, sees her as an innocent that he just feels compelled to protect.
Yeah.
But mainly what his stated reason is because fuck Hijo and he wants to thwart his plans.
Yeah. And I also like that Hijo treats it with all the seriousness it deserves, which is, that's hilarious, little man.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Okay. He does the big mobster equivalent of holding your palm against your younger sibling's forehead as they just flail at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's once we've figured out, okay, there are loyalists. Cool. I think we can do this. And calls Marchenko to hit Oshikora Tower in the morning. They're going to fucking save Sonya. They're going to take out Hijo. Everybody wins. And then he explains his backstory to Piff and goes to her place for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Piff's cool. And then they play video games. It's a wholesome scene.
It's nice. I'm not one of these that I hear about fucking Gen Alpha or Gen Z prudes, but this book has no fucking in it. And
yeah.
Kissing is as deep as it goes.
And it doesn't need it.
That's the thing is I am all for a good, steamy scene, but the fact that there's nothing, it would have to be egregiously shoehorned in.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no time.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, this is the only time. Of course, these guys are friends.
And also it would be deeply weird to fuck your lab mate.
Yeah.
Having been in, university, grad school, oh man, I think you'd have to be real lucky to not have the vibes be insane the next day.
Yeah. And that is one thing I like about this book is that Piff is just his friend. There's nothing objectifying or gross about it. And in fact, she's the one that comes up with the core of the idea.
Oh, she's the smart one.
Yeah.
He just happens to be able to work the actual tensor
this
math
specific corner of the math.
He says when he's giving up his life, he says that he was going to coast into a doctorate on the heels of someone smarter than him.
Yeah.
So
he
acknowledges
what you got to do.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
But yeah, so I really like that about this book. That's one of the elements that makes me like it. It could be it would be profoundly diminished, I think. But I think he does a good job of representing, here's this character who's a woman who's not there just for him to ogle or lust after or whatever. They're genuine colleagues and friends. So good job, Simon Morden.
Yeah, it would be super easy for this to, for this book to end up in salacious corners, and it never does.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a sexy nun, you get real salacious with it.
That's in the spin-off Sex Questions of Life.
Sex Questions. All right, Josh, go.
Okay. So, he also explains his backstory in more detail to Piff about how, he worked for this kidnapping gang. They kidnapped this one guy who it turns out his company had a do not pay thing, contract. So this guy was going to be killed kind of as an example. But instead, Sam took all the, this guy said, hey, I'll give you all my savings if you let me go. And Sam was like, okay, cool. And does so.
That's what he's been coasting on.
And that's what he's been coasting on and built his new ID from. And sort of this is all fallout from this guy. And this guy is happily married now and doing great and, survived. So it kind of, worked out for everybody except for his old boss, Boris.
Yeah.
Raising some little eugenics babies in Reconstructionist America.
Yeah. So they're going to go next morning. They're going to go hit Oshikura Tower. And the city's real quiet and the cameras are off.
I'm going to be honest. This was probably my favorite part of the book. Just the gearing up for the tower raid.
Yeah.
And, he gets a cool new long coat, and I really like the Ukrainian mob boss. He's funny. He's like, I'm probably going to have to kill you at some point, but we're cool for right now.
Yeah.
And then, the city's got this eerie vibe where the criminals are like, oh, this is our time to shine. Like nobody's watching for once.
Yeah.
This whole scene is pretty cool for me.
Yeah. It is a very good bit of business. They go through deserted streets and a fucking parade of fucking Zills and Skodas.
Yeah.
Because go ahead.
All the old cars are the ones that can still actually run. Everything else.
Right. Yeah.
It's a fun bit of business. They go and they're going to hit this fucking tower and there aren't even any fucking guards out front. And then they see just like hands and faces pressed up against the glass at the bottom of the tower. And, it turns out that there are no guards. Everybody in the tower has been trapped in the tower. They would love to get out.
Yeah.
And they do some fun, explosives and, people get out.
Tina, bring your briefcase.
Yeah. A cool lady explosives expert.
Yeah.
Who talks a little shit before she blows the door.
Cover your ears.
Yeah. They find out that, or he finds out that Sonia escaped the previous night. And Hijo and the crew are out hunting for her. And also that the building made elevator soup.
Yeah, straight out of an Astronomica episode.
Ours was extra chunky salsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the building, it's a smart building, decided to collect a bunch of people on trips down and then take them up to the top and then take them down real fast.
And it's described pretty grossly.
It is.
Yeah.
And this is the point at which we learn the name New Machine Jihad, because he's like, okay, I guess I gotta fuck off out of here. Sorry, Marchenko.
Yeah.
Like, this didn't work out for either of us. No hard feelings, I guess.
Marchenko he's like, I don't know. Ashikura's dead.
Yeah.
They look like they're not in a great shape here. I don't know. It's kind of a win.
Yeah. Okay, so Sam takes off.
I like that it's introduced by a very proper British emergency warning system announcement. Warning, warning, new machine jihad.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a fun bit. So Sam takes off and runs into some fucking cultists.
The rest of this book is pretty much nonstop action movie shit, right? There's not a lot of rest from here on.
Pretty much, yeah.
I feel like the elevators kind of started.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually a really interesting thing because you are prepared at that point for the books to go into, fuck yeah, we're sweeping this fucking skyscraper. We're going to wipe out all these,
Shadowrun shit,
fake samurai security guard shit. Yeah. And no, it turns out there's elevator soup and everybody kind of shrugs and goes on their own way.
Yeah.
And then
nothing we want is in this building. So I guess it's time to go.
Yeah. Except in 20 chapters, we'll be back to this building. So yeah, Sam's going home and runs into, some cultists in the park, in Hyde Park. We're talking about the New Machine Jihad.
I like this guy too.
Yeah, he's a very normal, nice guy. I assume he would be played by Christopher Eccleston in the movie.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. He finds out these people are in contact with the new machine jihad somehow.
The NMJ.
Even though no phones are working, but the preacher has a phone that is working. So, all right, whatever. Sam takes off. He runs into Father John and Sister Madeline because their church has been blown up by the Paradise Militia. And
did we skip the part where he and Madeline fight the Paradise gangsters in the church?
Yes. We did. Okay. That was a ways back. Shortly after, actually, it was just after the Sorensen conversation.
Right. It's fine. We need to skip stuff to bring this in a timely manner, but I did like that scene in the dark.
Yeah.
And it showed how badass Madeline was.
Yeah, she clearly rules.
Snapped a guy's neck like a twig.
Yeah.
And that's why he got the new jacket from Marchenko, because
his head was burned up by the flashbang the guys threw in. So Madeline was formerly with the Paradise Militia when she was a kid. And let's see, sorry, I lost my fucking place. Sam runs into them because their church has been blown up by the Paradise Militia. And Madeline abandons the order to escort Sam to the Paradise Militia because he says he needs to get there because the new machine jihad seems to think that Sonia is there.
I not going to lie, felt bad for the priest.
A little bit, yeah.
He replaced a priest that was straight up killed by rival gang members, and he's got this protector who is very capable, but she just can't seem to get this Russian physicist out of her head and kind of bails on him.
Yeah.
And the priest is an asshole, but he's not like a bad guy. He's just kind of a dick to our main protagonist.
We don't know what happens behind the sacristy.
That's true. It is a priest.
True. Yes.
But they don't tell us anything anyway.
They don't. So they go to the Paradise housing blocks, except they end up in fucking tube tunnels, and there's a giant train wreck, and it's cool, and it would be really neat on screen.
Yeah, it would. I love, by the way, the Paradise gang. I don't know. It just seems like a great extra faction to throw in. Also feels very Shadowrun to me.
And
this book has Shadowrun vibes. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, I think so. Would make a good Shadowrun module, to be honest.
Throw a little more magic in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just a little.
Well, the magic is the friendships you make with the battle nuns along the way.
It sure is.
It certainly is. And we escape fucking train wrecks and all sorts of crazy bullshit and almost get there. And then Sam is taken hostage by them and punched in the face. So they take him.
It's a classic getting heaved over a wall, landing at a bunch of bad guys' feet.
Landing at the feet of like 5 bad guys who immediately punch you the fuck out.
Also important to note in this book, the whole time, he's real worried about his heart.
Yeah.
Like his heart is about to give out at every moment.
Yeah, because significant portions of it have been charred into necrosis by his implanted defibrillator.
Right.
Yeah, it's bad. So he gets taken into the Paradise Towers, and it turns out, holy shit, who's a character we haven't thought of in a hot minute? Sorensen. Sorensen is now in charge of the Paradise Militia.
This was a fun reveal in the audiobook because the narrator does a pretty good American accent. And so when he says lines before it reveals it's Sorensen, I'm like, oh, this fucking guy,
Yeah, I don't know. This is something that I'm actually good at, like keeping track of, hey, who's that guy who had a weird amount of screen time earlier and then disappeared? So I was not surprised, but it's one of those things where I go, oh, yeah, that is a surprise.
Yeah.
It turns out that he kidnapped Sonia, and then he went ahead and killed the militia leader, so now he is big militia boss. Oh, and also Sonia.
Smart move kidnapping Sonia, though, honestly.
Yeah, he needed to get out of the building, etc. Except he was also directed by the New Machine Jihad at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, not his achievement, but hey, that's America, baby.
Yeah. Doing what our overseas caretakers tell us to do.
Yeah. So turns out that, the whole time Sonia had the rat. She hired somebody to get it from the police station.
So for one blessed moment, they're in the same room together.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really like a love story.
It really is. And Sam uses all of his strategic acumen from playing fucking Risk online to tell Sorensen he is a dumb fuck, which I also would have told Sorensen he was a dumb fuck.
I was going to say, I could imagine you in this situation just from playing strategy games, telling him he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
You are a child. You do not piss off your neighbors if you're trying to attack this other neighbor. Don't be an idiot. What's wrong with you?
Also, this gang you're leading, you're only barely leading. They don't particularly care for you.
Why would they? Yeah. You just killed their boss yesterday. But he ends up getting the upper hand on Sorensen, takes him up to the roof, gets the rat, and then goes ahead and shoots him in the face.
Well, not before being attacked by Soren. It wasn't unprovoked.
Yeah,
that's not what Petrovich does.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna throw you off the roof. And Petrovich says, "Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna throw this chunk of lead into your skull."
Yeah. There is a really good bit of description about how Sorensen's hands bat around his face like they were looking for a bug or something, despite the hole that had already been punched in his forehead.
Yeah. Also, they made it clear that Sorensen's a big dude and could have easily thrown Petrovich off the roof if he hadn't had the gun, which he only had because the gangsters were really bad at patting him down, and it was a little gun.
Yeah. It slipped into the torn lining of his jacket pocket. I like that note too.
Okay, so he shoots Sorensen in the head. Goes ahead and unlocks Sonia. They're going to try to escape the building. He, does a little pause in the Paradise War Room to say, "Hey, assholes, I'm not your boss now. Figure it out."
Yeah,
and they run.
It's nice because it's pretty much shown that the Paradise gang is just desperate people trying to survive, and they latch onto whatever warlord is leading them.
Yeah.
Figure your shit out.
Yeah. Good luck. Try not to be assholes about this. Anyway, so they try to escape the building, but it is surrounded by a river of autonomous cars. Bum, bum, bum. And then there is a drone strike again right after his non-inspiring and non-expiring speech. And the building is going to burn down. Although I've heard from, I have it from reasonable sources that jet fuel can't melt steel beams, but maybe future
That's
jet
definitely
fuel can.
True. Yeah.
They make it down.
Oh, I'm trying so hard not to take that bait.
It's a fact, Geoff.
Yes, but it can degrade its structural strength and severely lower its Young's modulus.
And sounds like smart person talk to me, and I'm not here for it.
But I saw a guy who said he was a demolitions expert on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Where all the smartest minds go.
Yes,
anyway,
they are. So they end up escaping the building and getting reasonably mutilated by, turns out Sister Maddie and Chain are in a police truck, Dead Kennedy's reference, outside the building, who are just driving over the autonomous cars. Fun bit.
Yeah.
And Sam establishes communications with the New Machine Jihad, and New Machine Jihad says, get Sonya out of the Metro Zone, and it is going to be destroyed.
Bad times.
Yeah. We get a little update from Chain about kind of the wider world and what Al Jazeera is saying, which is like, I don't know, shit's totally fucked in former London. We're, looking at currently 100,000 casualties, maybe up to 1 million. We don't know what's going on. It's totally cut off. So, cool times. And, it's at this point that it is again reinforced that Sam is operating under the assumption that the New Machine Jihad is a bunch of Oshikora loyalist coders. He still doesn't know he's in a cyberpunk novel where we've established there is a quantum computer and a dead guy, and these are somehow related.
Yeah. He's about to find out.
Yeah, he finds out.
Puts it together.
Yeah, he does eventually. He's just not quite so genre savvy as I would be in this situation.
Yeah. On the other hand, he has died 19 times in the last 2 days.
True.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And during this rescue, he gets his fucking ring finger ripped off.
Oh my God, he's getting so fucked up.
Something I really like about this book is that, he gets straight fucked up. This is not a. He
is limping into the finish line for sure.
Crawling to the finish line. This is not the end of Predator where Arnold has some cuts and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Maddie's position.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I can still technically move my arm. I'm still a walking engine of death.
Yeah. So,
in fact, very soon he has to teach her how to drive stick because he can't do it because his arms don't work.
Yeah, which is a very fun bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's in communication with these guys, with the NMJ. Finds all this stuff out. Oh, and then zombies are coming up the street. At which point...
This is the point where I'm like, what the fuck?
I think everybody was like that. I was like that. But no, it's not actually zombies. It's the New Machine Jihad cultists from earlier who are chasing him because he has betrayed the machine. Because they just had a conversation with him and Maddie and Chain about how, the city's being destroyed. We need to save Sonya, but we can't let the city be destroyed. And we should maybe try to nuke this place. Because he has just realized that it ain't the coders. It is, in fact, the quantum computer and a honest-to-God AI, which is not a thing in this world yet.
I am unaware of, they don't get into why the computer goes sentient. Was it like a kill switch that Oshikaru had for when he died, or is that ever?
I think it's just that he wasn't there to override it in reaching out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's totally accidental and just a matter of self-replicating coding and way too much extra computing power sitting around idle.
Oh, and it turns out also that Sorensen was not a virtual reality coder. He was a wetware guy.
Yeah.
That was what he was doing for Oshikora, was coding the interface between his brain and the quantum computer.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is how he could have easily swapped out a new heart for Petrovich.
Well,
Petrovich didn't want this guy digging around in his chest, and I don't blame him.
And that heart will come back in the last page of the book.
You want a heart? I can get you a heart.
Yeah.
So I'll do it for cost.
As the zombies are coming up the street, Chain, his cop buddy driving the police van, and Sonya abandon Maddie and Sam and steal the fucking rat.
Classic hit her in the back of the head with a candlestick and drive off, and there goes the rat.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Yep. And Maddie's out, and Sam does a decent job of whacking people with a piece of scaffolding. I mean, it helps that they're all just fucking chumps, and you know,
and addicts, and
the detritus of society that cling on to a profit.
Well, and specifically coming from New Hyde Park, that was where, or not New Hyde Park, but Hyde Park, that was where people who had wasting diseases went to just starve to death.
Yeah.
Bad place. Sad place.
Yeah. The sections, there are 2 sections in the book where they go through Hyde Park, and it is harrowing.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in a city with anything resembling a good-sized, unhoused population.
Yeah. Well, and Petrovich specifically calls it out as being worse conditions than St. Petersburg during the middle of the Fallout Armageddon, because they at least buried their dead back then, and these are just left to rot.
Yeah, they don't even have the energy for that.
Yeah.
So, we beat up the prophet. Steal his phone. Maddie wakes up, and we're going to head to the Oshikora building secret room where you access the server, etc., etc. The secret room is under the fucking beautiful Zen garden, and it serves exactly the same purpose as the head sculpture in Neuromancer.
That's true.
So we do a really fun car theft routine because Sam's stolen a bunch of cars. Maddie's never stolen a car. She's also never driven a car. She lives in fucking London, asshole. Why would she drive a car?
I like how she's not only never driven a car, she's never seen a movie where somebody drives a car. Everything about a car that he says to her, she is unaware of what it is or how it works.
Yeah, and honestly, very believable.
Yeah. I mean, she grew up in like an enclave of murder nuns.
Well, no, she grew up in fucking Paradise. She grew up in Paradise Militia, some horrible, high-rise ghetto slum where obviously no one has a car. How would they have a car? And then she went into fucking murder nun Vatican
Academy.
Yeah, fucking Mystic Isle of Shaolin.
Yeah. She learned the 5-point palm exploding heart technique.
Does not
with a gun.
Yeah, does not understand stick shift. It's a really fun bit.
She's a quick learner though, because if you've ever tried to teach somebody to drive stick shift, it is frustrating.
Yeah. And then you have to talk to their stepdad about your stepdad about coming to rescue you in the country with your girlfriend. And
I promise we were just learning to drive stick shift.
Yeah, fun times. So we drive towards the Oshikora building, and oh shit, turns out there's fucking kaiju now. Kaiju manufactured
more of a Jaeger, really.
Okay. Although that movie wasn't out when this came out, so
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
A big robot kaiju controlled by the New Machine Jihad, made out of excavators and fucking cranes and shit.
Who the Constructicons?
Yes.
From
I wanted those so bad. They were like neon green almost.
Yeah, they were little, but they combined into. I can't remember the name of who they combined into. Yeah. I think they're in one of the movies, honestly. But they were badass Decepticons.
Yeah, it was cool. There was the 5-part mega robot that you'd snap together.
Yeah.
Devastator. That was Devastator.
Devastator, yeah.
Yes. Any fucking way. There's a giant fucking robot kaiju. They fortunately, since they're controlled by the New Machine Jihad and love Sonya, do not stomp on Sam and Sonya.
No, Sam and Maddie.
Sam and Maddie, Jesus Christ. So we're driving to the Oshikora building, except, oh no, the river's in the way. This is the first time they've mentioned the river. And the river has invaded the city. So
the river's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, we are left to assume that London now has some sort of Netherlands-style pumping scenario, keeping the city dry, that has failed because of, all the power being out and botnets, whatever. So they have to detour, and they go to the university and are met by students with a ball-bearing catapult, which made me grit my teeth real bad because ball bearing will fuck you up, man.
It will.
Like I'd be somewhat more scared of that than a student with a gun. Like a physics student with a ball bearing catapult. Like I don't know how this is going to turn out. With a gun, I can make reasonable guesses.
I like though they're protecting their school. Yeah. They're like, we're going to make our stand here. This is our home.
He gets to the offices, and Piff, having finalized it, hands him a copy of the mostly complete theory of everything. They're currently trying to assemble a fucking shortwave radio to broadcast it because, I guess we haven't made this clear. The theory of everything would be the most important development in the past slightly over a century of physics. Right?
They have a great little back and forth where she's like, this is the most important thing in the world. And he's like, well, yeah, but the world could very well end if I don't do my thing. And she's like, my thing's still more important than that. And it's a fun little argument. But I do like a little touching moment how it ends where she's like, so there's a real AI, huh? That's pretty fucking cool. And then Petrovich goes, yeah, that is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's the most important development, actually, not just in physics, in science in the past century.
1905.
Yeah. Not to undersell it or anything, but
yeah.
So, they're trying to assemble the radio so they can broadcast it out just in case everything goes bad and all the physical evidence is destroyed. And Sam manages to convince her, like, okay, if you get the radio to work, and I think you will, because you're a bunch of goddamn nerds, which, I could assemble a shortwave radio. So
I don't know. They're all theorists. He's the experimentalist. They might not be able to do it.
Good point. He says, you managed to get that working. Okay, broadcast the theory of, send the theory of everything out, and also tell the UN to tack nuke the Oshikura Tower because there is a quantum computer that is hardened against EMPs, et cetera, et cetera. It needs to be destroyed if we don't get things shut down in the immediate future.
And he also says, preferably from orbit, it's the only way to be sure.
Yeah.
There's your alien
which nobody remarks upon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we head to the fucking tower, and they don't see any police truck. There's more flooding and a bunch of rats and bodies. Fun times.
Maddie's really tough, but she don't like rats.
She does not like rats, understandably. I mean,
I don't either.
I don't mind it like a pet rat, but street rats, I'd rather not have them anywhere near me. I can avoid it.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking gross.
Yeah. I'll try and dodge hantavirus if I can.
Yeah.
Come on. You're, fucking London or even your Memphis. It's too wet for Hanta to be a worry.
Rats have never caused a disease problem in London.
No.
Yeah.
How would they? Yeah.
It's just bad airs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they see...
Humors are off.
They see in the distance Sonia and somebody who, because they don't immediately identify it as Chain, you as the reader go, oh, it must be Hijo. Enter the tower, and a kaiju is behind them. Cool times. Like the third act of this movie would look absolutely very cool.
It's fucking nuts. It would be, yeah.
So we climb stairs.
With a bad heart. Because we ain't using that fucking elevator. We saw the chunky salsa.
We cannot do the elevator.
40 flights of stairs, a trifle.
Yeah. So we climb up to, 50. Partway through, Maddie leaves.
By the way, in a movie, the tired out climbing stairs scene will never not make me laugh.
Yeah.
It is one of those reliable bits.
Just because everything's so hectic, everything's on the line, and then you got to spend 20 minutes trudging upstairs.
Stomp.
Yeah.
Like, I think Ghostbusters did it best, obviously, but
we're climbing the stairs in pursuit. There's a really funny bit about Sam's boots just clomping, and Maddie is moving quiet, silently, and they hear somebody behind him. And Sam is like, I'd like to be quiet, but I don't want to take I don't want to die with my boots off.
God damn it.
Can I die with them on?
Yeah.
Which is
R.I.P. to a real one.
which is an ancient reference for me and Eric and nobody.
Because the third guy died, literally. With him off, unfortunately.
Yeah. So Maddie goes ahead and decides to deal with the pursuer, and he keeps clomping upstairs because obviously she'll catch up with him before he gets to the top, but she doesn't. He makes it to the garden and immediately falls down because he's exhausted climbing 50 flights of stairs. I think most people, even with healthy hearts, would not do great with 50 floors worth of stairs.
No, sir.
Yeah. I mean, I feel confident that even prior to my heart attack, that would not have been a thing I would have bothered attempting. But we run into fucking Hijo. And Hijo explains that, chain's not a problem, because I've got Sonya now. And you're like, oh, so Chain is the guy who is the person who is behind him on the stairway, because, of course, we've all seen movies and read books before. And he is the unaccounted for character.
Right.
And Hijo is totally out of his depth and misunderstands the plot of the book he's in. Because
poor Hijo.
Yeah.
He just had a crush on the boss's daughter and let things get way out of hand.
Yeah.
And Sam is like, no, you don't understand that. Okay, so there's this new machine jihad thing going on, that was controlling the giant robot outside. And that's your old boss's ghost. And he just what are you talking about?
Hijo, right up until this moment, thought he was in a telenovela.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. And then, oh shit, Maddie and Chain show up. And we end up in a Mexican standoff, where
trying to imagine what a Mexican handoff is.
I don't know.
Three people trying to pass something to each other.
Yeah, it's just a game of hot potato.
I hand them some money. They hand me some delicious tacos where, everything's cool. Yeah. So we end up in a Mexican standoff. And Maddie's about to put her gun down, and then Sonya sneaks up behind Hijo and halfway chops his fucking head off with a katana.
Sonya takes a little agency for herself.
Yeah, she does.
And she said, when she figured out that Hijo was responsible for killing her father, she said she was going to, she wanted to kill the motherfucker. She was raised by a Yakuza gang boss after all.
Yeah. Yep. So we have a little talk, and we all team up to save the new machine jihad-ish, avoid the concept of a second sun rising over London.
That was pretty funny how he mentioned that to Hijo.
Yeah. And the complete eradication of the city, which by this point he's figured out, or at least he thinks he's figured out, that these robots are smashing and destroying buildings to replicate the old Tokyo Metro system. So these robots are trying to literally remodel the physical city into,
Yeah, in the Bridge trilogy, they use tiny robots. In this one, they use giant.
Yeah, that's how it's different.
Other than that, same book.
Yeah.
Same themes, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go to the fucking secret room beneath the garden, and Sam enters the goddamn machine through...
Finally, some real cyberpunk
through
shit.
hand waving. He lies down in a dentist chair, and somebody shoves a cattle prod up his ass.
Yeah, I was picturing the Matrix chairs, kind of, only without the actual insertion into the back of the head.
I was imagining head crash.
No, it definitely. She starts putting iodine on his head, and he says, "Don't worry about that. It's too late already."
Yeah,
yeah.
He's literally been cut to shit walking through sewage. I think
rats, variant Kreutzfeldt-Jakob disease.
Yes. Oh God, I did not take a note about that. I think I maybe highlighted it in my copy, but yeah, variant Kreutzfeldt-Jakob disease. This fucking chilling concept.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which especially would be resonant in the UK in 2011, I think.
Yeah. So he enters the fucking machine and finds Oshikora after he has a good run. He's pretty excited to run in a place where he can feel things, but he's not reliant on his heart, except he is.
Yeah, he is, but not for what he does
I don't
here.
know. Maybe the running is the thing that caused his fucking VTAC.
Maybe.
Oh.
I mean, I don't seriously think that's what the author was thinking of, but it is a fun idea.
No. Yeah, he fucking did himself in for want of a good run.
If you jog in the Matrix, you jog in real life.
Yeah. So he finds Oshikora, and Oshikora is like, "Hey, what's up? Is Marchenko giving you some trouble?" And
it's like so much has happened since then.
Super
buddy.
Casual about it. And it turns out that the new machine jihad is the AI the AI is aware that it is an AI and sort of, the projection of Oshikora at best. It knows it's not him.
Yeah. It's a little muddy, hand wavy. Don't think about it too much.
Yeah, but it turns out that the new machine jihad is this AI's dreams and subconscious, which is interesting because I cannot recall any other novel or story I've read where an AI explicitly has a subconscious.
Well, apparently, androids dream of annihilating London and turning it into Tokyo.
Yeah.
Dick alert. Dick alert.
Dick alert. Dick alert. God, if I'd had some time this week, I was going to dedicate a moment to making a sounder for that.
I've got one, man.
Yeah, so the Oshikora AI is quite upset about what is going on.
Yeah.
He didn't mean for any of this to happen.
Little experiment went awry.
Yeah, they kind of open up the firewall and show him the city because he literally cannot believe, no, that's not something that I would do.
He thinks Sam's lying the whole time.
I only work in this area. That's not a thing. And then he is horrified. But basically it all ends up with Sam preserving a copy of a model of the code that has created the Oshikora AI to his Tuvalu server. And he's also in full fucking VTAC for like half of this.
Yeah.
And then he gets dumped out. Go ahead.
Also, it alters his configuration, meaning he instantly knows Japanese, which is a little terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, the place is pretty cool. It's a shame they have to destroy it because I would like to go there and just eat sushi forever and never be full.
Yeah, that'd be fucking great. Jesus Christ.
How sick would that be?
And honestly, sushi is the thing that I would do that for, just because, man, I would order every fucking roll just one after the other.
Yeah.
I would sprint at top speed all the way up the side of Mount Fuji without worrying about my tendons or limbs.
Yeah,
good time.
Lots of fun things you could do in this virtual reality world, but it's dissolving.
Yeah, it's too bad.
It's dissolving in front of his eyes, and I like the way they described the dissolution.
Yeah.
Of it
So he gets yanked out of the fucking dentist chair and carried down 50 flights of fucking stairs
By a nun.
by sexy ass Maddie.
No longer a nun.
Yeah.
Still got a gun. Well,
Once
actually,
you're a
no,
nun.
no longer has a gun either.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. Nun with a couple of guns. Gun show.
yeah.
Her arms.
Yeah.
If you didn't
Good,
go to
good
see
times.
it.
And then he wakes up in the hospital. He needs a new heart, as we've previously established, but there are currently no hearts available. When the power went out, all of them rotted.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
And all the plastic ones
That's
got
what
looted.
happens. Now I'll tell you.
Not bad things fucking happen when you take power away from a hospital. Let's keep that in mind for the real world.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring it down.
And this goes back to the thing, like, it's really interesting that not only has the NHS turned into a for-profit system, like they've just got fucking hearts on ice. Like, all he had to do was pay back in chapter 3 or whatever, and he could have had a new heart that day, which is absolutely the most science fiction fucking thing imaginable about this book. Like, man, hearts are hard to come by, believe you me.
Maybe that is a backdoor appearance of cloning, or
could be.
Yeah,
a little bit of. I think the Americans are specialized. It's mentioned that the Americans are specialized in like bio and wetware. So maybe that's an American thing.
So America is like a cyberpunk dystopia going on over there, in like this weird Reformation Christian wasteland. It could be a lot of stuff. Cool stuff could happen in this world. Anyway, we got to finish.
But here's the thing. Yeah, all the plastic hearts got looted. So Maddie and Chain are going to go fucking find him one. Dun, dun, dun. Next adventure. And he says, oh, yeah, Sorensen has one in his hotel room.
Commercial sample.
Where would they have gone if he didn't have that? Like, if you needed to go find a cybernetic heart right now.
Hearts are us.
And you had a battle nun and a cop. Where would you go?
I've got a short list, but I think I'm one of the few people who would have a short list of where would I go to find a heart.
Yeah.
Oz.
I did like Sonya in this scene. I thought,
yeah,
the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, he's canonically one that'll get you one.
You want to?
But no, Sonya was like overlooking him with the katana. I enjoyed his relationship to Sonya, even though just because the way it all played out, they were loyal to each other.
It starts off as seeming like it's going to be more uncomfortable than it ends up being.
Yeah.
Well, once there's no
sibling-y.
Once there's no Yakuza syndicate, then he has a lot less reason to be terrified of her.
That's true.
Right.
And
although in theory, now she's kind of the head of the Yakuza syndicate if there's enough people left to form it back together.
Yeah.
So future books, I guess. But that's the end, right?
That's it. I like that this book ends with, so Petrovich does save the city, but he gets physically saved by Maddie and Sonya. Like Sonya clearing away through the dog-sized rats with her katana, and Maddie slinging him over her shoulders and carrying him down 50 flights of stairs. Pretty.
And Chain's there too.
Yeah, and Chain's there, like hacking his lungs up, trying to keep up.
At a certain point, Maddie's after she makes it to the top, Maddie says something like, "Yeah, he's actually in worse shape than you are, heart attack boy."
Right.
I'm picturing for Chain. I'm kind of picturing either Emmett Walsh from Blood Simple, or maybe the detective from what's that fucking video game from a couple of years ago?
Disco Elysium.
Disco Elysium, yes.
Oh, that's good. I was picturing more British because his voice was so British in my ear. But
I am actually
the Disco Elysium guy's a good call.
Gary Oldman from Slow Horses.
Oh, all right, yeah,
that would be good too.
We're in the same zone.
Yeah. We're all circling the same strange attractor.
Anyway, that's that book.
That do be that book.
I think it was a good recommendation, Geoff.
Yeah, I do too. It is it's like, I enjoyed this book. I don't think it's going to make me think a ton about it in the future, but fuck, it's a fun read. I mean, I would gladly read its sequels for sure.
Yeah. So it is this, but more. Like his discovery of the grand unified theory lets him, basically like violate the laws of physics with technology, and but it's if you like this one, you'll like the sequels.
I'm really curious about, and I'm going to try to find. I did a little cursory looking shortly before we started recording to see if I can find that prequel, "Thy Kingdom Come" of the 20 short stories.
Well, I've got good news for you. You can buy it from a used bookseller in hardcover for only $392.
Good.
Yeah,
God.
I saw that and said, "Fuck you, clown."
Something that used to be free on the internet.
Yeah.
That's the 2020s for you.
I think that this is one of those things where there are sellers that monitor other sellers' inventories, and they offer books for sale with like a slight markup, and there have been cases where they have gone circularly. So like vendor A has it for $20, vendor B says, "Oh, I'll sell that to you for $22," intending to buy it from vendor A and then pass it on with the markup, and then vendor C
A does the same thing.
Right. And there was it was like some medical textbook that was like $250,000 before it got flagged.
God.
And all of the shops taken down.
Yeah,
but that would be very appropriate for this genre.
It is actually kind of appropriate.
Botnet ass shit.
Yep.
All right, well, we got to get the fuck out of here. No box office. No. We got to rate it. We do rate books, so let's do that real quick.
Actually, new this week in theaters was Source Code and Insidious.
Oh.
Also,
nice.
Limitless, Sucker Punch, Rango. And in the number 22 slot, my favorite movie of 2 years before, True Grit.
Oh, wow. Oh, the remake with the dude.
Yes, Jeff Bridges.
All right. As a reminder, we have 5 ratings, 4 of which are 1 to 10. One of which is 1 to 5. The first 1 to 10 rating is story, which I guess for a novel is a pretty important rating.
Yeah,
it's so.
And I mean, simple but well told. So I think I'll go. I'm feeling 7.5. Does that seem fair?
Yeah,
I would say that seems very fair.
In fact, I was going to say 8.
Yeah.
8. Okay. What about you, Josh?
Yeah, this book reached a point a couple of times where it just edged up almost to the ledge of where I go, "Oh, you fucked up and made this too complicated," because I'm very at home with complicated bullshit, plotty nonsense. Mm-hmm. And that happens with some books. Like you go over the fucking line and add like a 5th complication that doesn't need to be there. I think this towed that line very closely, and 7.5 was exactly what I was going to give it to. For like, it's it's not just a simple ABC, but it's it's more interesting than that.
Influence. Unfortunately, I've never heard of this. Jeff, are you aware of anybody that would cite this book as an influence?
No, nobody that would list it as a primary reference.
Right.
I think everybody who is aware of this book is also aware of the antecedents that deeply inform it. So I don't think that there's anything, and no one is writing a cyberpunk book with that based on this without also being aware of everything else that has come before.
I'll probably just hit it at a 2 then. I mean, I don't even know how justification for any points, but 1 feels mean.
Yeah, one like total failure, but this book is not a failure. It seems good to find.
I would say so. One thing that Simon Morden, the author, apparently, I just read a little excerpt on this in the lead up to this this podcast. Apparently, he's really good about helping other new authors like get representation and like helping them through the ropes. Like there have been a couple of people that chimed in and said, "Yeah, he reached out, he helped me out." So
that's very cool.
Good deal.
I don't think
maybe the influence is more subtle ways.
Yeah. I don't think this book is the influence, but it is what let him become a published author. So
yeah. Fuck it. I'm gonna say 4, just for no reason, kind of.
Okay, Geoff, you got a number just so I can write it down?
3. I'll split the difference.
All right.
Sounds good. Prescience.
Reconstructionists.
I could see a lot of this dystopia becoming reality.
Yeah.
Maybe not the kaiju robots.
Yeah. Take out all the sci-fi shit. And by that, I mean just the AI and the robot kaiju.
I do think if true AI ever comes to being, it's going to be completely accidental. Like this one, it's not going to be intentionally done.
Agreed.
So,
and having an AI that wreaks havoc with the physical world entirely unintentionally, even for the AI, that does seem like a very plausible AI catastrophe scenario.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with a 7. I think 7 feels... I feel a lot of this feels plausible to me, like a direction we're headed.
Yeah.
Climate catastrophe, runaway AI, economic
limited nuclear.
Yeah. I don't know. The limited nuclear exchange thing is maybe the most unrealistic bit.
I don't know. It seems more and more likely every fucking day.
See, Christ of fascists take over the United States.
See, I'm going the opposite direction of that, Eric. I think that a limited nuclear exchange inevitably spills over into...
You're saying the word limited is the...
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. All right, give me numbers, guys.
7?
Yeah, 7 sounds good.
777, the neighbor of the beast. Style. That's not really what this book is about.
Sister Maddie, step on my neck, 6.5.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. She is pretty styling.
She's pretty stylish. Actually, I'll be honest. I love the Organizatskaya.
Yeah.
Like deliberately rolling around in diesel belching Soviet era stuff with like
I love it too.
Stalin stash. There's a lot of stylish elements in this, I'd say.
I think 6.5. I'm gonna go 6, but yeah, I think the 6 range is pretty strong.
I think 7 for me.
7. And lastly, 1 to 5 hand raisers. How much did you like the book? Just a star rating.
I'm gonna go 4. I mean, like, this was a fun, fast, relatively, like, this is just a great way to spend some time reading a book. Like,
yep,
I agree. I'm also going 4.
I think 4. I would bump it a little higher if the dialogue were a little more deft and if there were a little more engagement with some of the underlying ideas. But it is a popcorn book and a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's, I guess, deeper engagement with some of the ideas is kind of crippled by the fact that the main character doesn't realize he's dealing with an AI as opposed to a crowd of coders in a room until the 3/4 or 80% mark.
Yeah,
that's true.
All right, we did it. That's Equations of Life. I remembered it.
Yay!
I wasn't even looking at my phone.
Good job.
Yay!
Thanks, Geoff, for coming on. Before I let you plug your thing, I'm going to say that next week we've decided we're going to be watching the 1984 film Repo Man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Starring Emilio Estevez and Harry Dean Stanton.
Yep.
So watch that if you want to watch it with us. It's more punk than cyber, admittedly, but give us the last few things we've done have been extremely cyberpunk.
Look, if you have
this was very cyberpunk, I think. Like body modification, robots, computer,
virtual reality, AI. This was very cyberpunk.
And look, if you haven't seen fucking Repo Man, see it. It fucking
I haven't seen it.
rules. Like,
I've never seen it. This will be my first.
Yeah.
Geoff, plug your podcast.
I am a member of the Astronomica Podcast. We are an actual play sci-fi role-playing game podcast. We use the Stars Without Number system, which is like old school D&D, except no magic and dragons. It's all lasers and in space. And I play the weird robot on the crew. Some would say in real life
he
as
does
well.
It well.
The weird robot who we love.
We would like you to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/hightechlowlife. And also, if you have any thoughts, you can email us at hightechlowlifepodcast@gmail.com. The rest is in the outro sounder. You can socials and whatnot. So, Josh, important question. Did you prepare a quote to send us out on from this book?
I kind of...
Or Geoff. Geoff does sometimes too.
I kind of did, but my Kindle went to sleep.
No. I do have one, actually.
Yes.
This is the important Russian proverb that Petrovich says not to worry about. Visyo govno, krom mochi, which means, except for some piss, the world is full of shit.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
This has been the High Tech Low Life podcast. Find us on Blue Sky at High Tech Low Life. Email us at hightechlowlifepodcast@gmail.com and find us on Patreon at patreon.com/hightechlowlife. Theme music by Nihilor at nihilor.com. Thank you for listening.
Keep it moving. Come on, what are you waiting on? Let's go.
They're trashing our rights, man! They're trashing the fluid data! They're trashing!
Everybody got...
Hide the planet! Hide the planet!
Shut up and get in the car.